Hello and welcome, I'm Dante here from Low Manor and welcome to Destiny 2 Basics. Today we're taking a look at all the activities in Destiny 2 so you know what to expect as it launches on PC this October. Each week up until launch we'll be covering a new topic to help you get ready for the PC launch, whether you've played Destiny before or whether this is your first leap into the fray. Destiny 2 boasts 2.5 times more content than vanilla Destiny 1, but what exactly is there to do? Depending on how you like to play, there are many ways to experience shooting aliens in the face. This set of activities is designed to be played solo or in a co-op fire team of up to 3 players. As you would expect, the best place to start is with the campaign. Once the intro missions are complete, you can team up with the rest of your friends to take on the rest or get sidetracked into other activities. Completing the campaign should carry you through to max level and open up the endgame, while taking you through all the locations vanilla Destiny 2 has to offer. After completing the campaign, missions can be revisited by speaking to Ikora. Doing so earns tokens that can be spent to gain rep and engrams with Ikora. Almost every activity can be accessed while you level up in the campaign, with only a few locked for higher levels. Something you'll be introduced to early on and see littered about the map as you play are adventures. These are short multi-stage missions that often delve deeper into the lore while still offering XP and loot. Be sure to do some of these while en route to other missions to help leveling in the early game or just see more of the lore of that region. Unfortunately, you will quickly outlevel these for the most part in the endgame, and if you want to efficiently grind loot, these are not the most beneficial, but if you want some extra lore and to see some of the world, these are a good distraction. In a similar vein, but opened up a little bit later, are patrols. These are very short missions that can be activated in the map even while doing other activities nearby. Effectively like dailies in MMOs, but completely optional extras instead. In almost the opposite way to adventures, these are pretty good for grinding loot just because they scale better and can be stacked on whatever else you happen to be doing at the time. Hidden, albeit not very well across each map, are lost sectors. These are reminiscent of mini dungeons in a secret area, with a boss and nice stash of loot. Sometimes offering up a bit of lore, but generally these are just great ways to shoot your way to a mini boss. These can be repeated at any time, even back to back, so you don't have to worry about doing them early or too late in the leveling process. Arguably, the biggest activity you'll be doing throughout the game, from leveling to grinding out endgame power levels, are public events. These mini events allow you to team up with others in the area to fight off your enemies without having to group up, while also offering some of the best loot in the game. For more of a challenge and a better chance at some loot, you can activate heroic versions of each. These do significantly more damage but will spawn a new event with much greater rewards. Lastly, building on these activities are flashpoints. Each week one of these locations will be selected to be the flashpoint, although technically it's not a new activity, but more of an incentive to take part in public events. Completing a set number of events on the named location will earn you endgame rewards without having to step into the raid. Alongside the open world missions and the campaign are specifically designed group activities that open up as you level up and gain light levels. Strikes are 3-player dungeons that you are likely to find in any MMO, with more difficult enemies and multi-stage boss fights. Your first taste of the more difficult content that Destiny has available. At launch, 4 strikes are available, with an additional one with PlayStation exclusivity, at least for a time. If you're looking for something with more of a challenge, each week a new strike will be selected to become a Nightfall. Nightfalls come in 2 difficulties, but completing either will give you a powerful engram for endgame rewards. The standard Nightfall has a power level of 240 with a prestige option of 300. The main difference to a regular strike, apart from being at a higher level, is the inclusion of 2 new effects that change each week. One of these effects will affect an aspect of gameplay, altering damage of certain elements or promoting a different playstyle to efficiently kill the enemies. The second is a time factor, not only putting a time restraint on the map, but also adding a unique way to gain time. This could be as simple as killing enemies or completing an additional activity. In addition to these, the prestige version adds one additional factor that's consistent from week to week: locked loadouts. So make sure you select your gear in advance for these, or you may face an additional unintentional barrier. These are all preparations for the largest group activity in Destiny, raiding. Designed for 6 people, and ideally you should be 280 plus before you start attempting these. And just like Nightfalls, there is both a regular mode and a prestige version. This is the true endgame of Destiny, at least for PvE. The raid contains significantly harder bosses with mechanics that need to be followed to defeat them, along with puzzles that require the full team to solve together. Being the hardest content, as you would expect, comes with the opportunity for the most powerful gear in the game, along with its own reputation for additional rewards. Destiny may primarily be focused on PvE and the loot grind, but that's not to say it doesn't have player versus player content. The Crucible is where Guardians test their skills against each other, and much like everything else, it comes with its own loot sets. All PvP game modes are for a fireteam of 4 and take place in the Crucible. Quick Play is the standard matchmaking and includes 3 game modes: Clash, effectively Deathmatch, Control, 3-point zone capture, and Supremacy, essentially Deathmatch again, but with kill confirmation. There is also a competitive option that contains 2 separate game modes: Countdown, the classic bomb planting and defending mode, known by most as the mode from Counter-Strike, and Survival, Deathmatch with limited resurrections per team and played in rounds. The main difference in these modes, apart from the available game types, is how the matchmaking is resolved. In Quick Play, the game prioritizes stable connections to yourself and for the shortest matchmaking time they can make. Competitive prioritizes skill matchmaking, then connection, so you can expect the wait time to be longer, but to be more evenly matched. Each weekend an additional mode is added to the game called Trials of the Nine. This takes one of the competitive game modes and creates an event with the possibility of unique PvP-centric gear. Your rewards are unlocked in line with how successful you are. 1 win unlocks the hidden location, the Third Spire. 3 wins unlocks a reward, 5 one more, and 7 an additional reward. As a bonus, getting all 7 as flawless will unlock the 4th reward. On top of these bonus rewards, you will gain reputation tokens for the 9. Much like all the other activities, these can be handed in to gain reputation with the faction and unlock legendary engrams for each new rank. So what activities do you think you'll be taking part in? And are you planning on focusing on PvE or PvP? Perhaps even both? Next time on Destiny Basics, we'll be covering the gear that you get from activities, its levels, and how to progress. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content, and hit that little bell for notifications. As always, we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below, and until next time, I've been Dantir, thanks for watching.